What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Tony Swedberg, and this is Gambling Addiction, My Story. Wow, I put out this video when I was a very small YouTuber, still pretty small, but this thing blew up. I mean, everybody I used to play poker with, at the Hard Rock, anywhere I've ever been pretty much, people messaged me, I saw your video, man, that was so real. The comment section blew up. I think I got like thousands of comments and stuff. I couldn't even go through them all. Tons of hate, tons of love, tons of, man, you've changed my life. I also got a bunch of messages, and I changed a few lives, you guys. And that is the best thing that could have came out of this. So make sure to share this video and check out this clip.
I found a bunch of clips. I didn't think I could find any because I deleted everything about poker once I quit. So these are all off of my Snapchat that I would take and send to friends. So check out the clip, and I ask you guys to do one thing. If you guys know somebody who has an addiction to anything in life, then please share this video with them. All right, guys, so this must have been after a really good night. This was a Snapchat I remember sending to my little cousin, you know, just kind of bragging, all hyped up. And here was me at the table, so you can see me with the chips. And that was about $10,000. That's about $5,000 in those 100 chips. Couple that's a $500 chip. Now, I'd play in these private games. This was a private game. Those yellow chips are $1,000 a piece, and they just have them all over the table. They could care less. They just have endless money, those guys. That's what just kept me in it, guys. You know, that having that instant gratification, and that's not what you should be looking for in life. You know, life's a marathon. That's why gambling's a dangerous thing. That's about 10 grand or so after a really good night. I didn't even cash in the chips just because I knew I was coming back. That's how bad it got. This is me in my car thinking I'm the man.
Yo, what's that say? 109 buy-in, 50,000 guarantee. First place, bro. Your position first
All right,
out.
guys, so as you can see, I was extremely into gambling. I got really into poker. One of my best friends, you know, he was really into poker.
So yeah, maybe that clip pumped you up, you're ready to go play, but that wasn't the purpose of it. Yeah, I wanted to get views, but you know, I was hurting inside. So I'm gonna read one of the messages. Pretty touching story. I mean, this isn't even as bad as it gets. You know, I just had somebody a few weeks ago, you know, they took their own life, and I wish I could have helped that person. That was somebody just in the area who worked at the car dealership I used to work at. So praying for his family. Okay, so here's the story. This is pretty much what he messaged me. Hey dude, hope you don't mind me messaging you. I came across your YouTube channel on gambling tonight. I'm going through a hard time gambling. I'm in tons of debt. It's affecting my relationship with my fiance. I just got engaged and I have a family. I have kids. I'm now driving people away, the people who are closest to me. I'm scared because I don't want to lose what I have. I have a house. I have a perfect partner and a family that anyone would wish for. They are all trying to help me, and I feel embarrassed. I just keep gambling, even though how upset I know it's going to make them. I need help, man. I need some advice off of you. Can you give me some advice? And my goal of this video is that it helps you, you know? So, but in this situation, I did take an hour out of my time. I FaceTimed this person, and just, I found the problem. I found what was going on, and I think that we got rid of the addiction. I think we thought about it using logic more than emotion, and he was more emotionally attached. But when we really broke it down, I think that he's able to stop, and I have been keeping in touch with him. So it was very hard to narrow down exactly why he was addicted to gambling. This is what he wrote. It's not even about the money, it's about the buzz. So a lot of it was about the money for me. I just wanted a bunch of money, you know, I could buy whatever I want. I thought I was going to be able to retire. I just felt like the man. So it did come down to the money for me, but I did come to a conclusion for him when I hit a jackpot on roulette, or when I put money on football. Anytime I'm in the casino, I just can't beat that feeling. It's amazing. I've never touched drugs, smoked, or even drank that much, but I can imagine it to be a better buzz than any of those drugs. So what it came down to for him was the excitement. every day you might go home, then you might go to work. Even if you go out with friends, it's just something that you've done so many different times, and it's just not that exciting. So you're gonna get that rush, you're gonna get that excitement going to a casino with lights and games and machines. You're gonna get the same kind of excitement at Chuck E. Cheese pretty much, but no grown man's gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese. And obviously that risk involved is definitely gonna get you very emotionally involved, excited. So it wasn't his fiance, it wasn't his family, it wasn't his job. None of these things were, the problem. It's not like they're boring or anything, but he just wanted excitement from life. Okay, it was nothing. He was, satisfied in all those other departments, but in life, he needed more excitement. I explained how much worse it can get when you're playing, how I was winning and $5,000-$10,000 a couple times a week sometimes, how people were just cashing me $2,000 from across the table because I needed to buy in. They knew I was good for it. Even if I didn't have the money on me, that wasn't going to stop me. So we even talked about all the different aspects of his life, and even women, how women need security up and down. He also has a daughter. I have kids as well. I have two. I have a 9-year-old and a newborn. So just up and down, wife staying at home, taking care of them. Like, I'm the man of the house. Like, fun and games are over a little bit, but you have to work for those fun and games. So like all the stuff that you do to make money, if you build a lot of passive income and a lot of assets that are going to generate you money, you can live the best life. But you can't gamble and be up and down. That's more of someone who's living at home. They want to go out with their friends and have a good time. We also brought up how we're both, kind of good guys and how we act and stuff, and how he's a good guy and how we can relate to, justifying exactly why we're doing it. It's because, we want to give the best life to our wife and kids, and we want to do all these big things, and you can win a lot of money, and just pretty much justifying it and explaining how like you mean good from it, but at the end of the day it doesn't matter just because you're bringing so much bad from it. It's just something that needs to stop. He was doing it over 5 years. I also brought up how smart he is, and how smart I am, or I think I am, and when I do something, I usually achieve it. So doing something for 5 years, 6 years, and not being successful at it, like, it's time to find something else. It's time to drop the bad habit. Whatever you tried, it's not working. It's time to put that energy, because it's a lot of energy you're giving gambling, and put it into something else. You're going to be so successful that way. Okay, so we narrowed it down to he needed to get out of his habitat. I brought up a story. So my story was pretty much about how I was doing really good financially, but I did go over to Miami to do a poker tournament. I stayed at, I believe, the One Hotel in Miami. It's right on South Beach. Extremely nice. I was doing so good financially. Money was like the last thing on my mind, which is a great feeling. But sitting out on the beach, having a couple drinks, getting some food by the pool, just soaking up the sun. It's Miami. It's beautiful. The last thing I wanted to do was go into a casino and gamble, sit down and play cards. And what that made me think of is I wasn't addicted to gambling. I just wanted to get out of my natural habitat. I wanted to go out and I wanted to have some excitement that I haven't experienced too much. There's always different games, and sometimes you lose and sometimes you win. And there's just so many different ways that you can get excited. So once I realized that, wow, I don't want to, it felt like a job almost when I was living this good life, financially doing well and just living a good life. So really, guys, there's a lot more to life. It's just hard to realize when you're stuck in that same city, that same job, come to the same house every day. So what happened for me is just getting better financially, just really being able to do whatever I want to do, have that dream of where I want to go, what's that next place, where do I want to take my family. And that was way more exciting than sitting in a casino and risking a bunch of money to win some money. So that was my big wake-up call. So the huge advantage is pretty much the casino always wins, the house always wins. That's pretty much just based off of, not red or black, 50-50, and then there's like the greens, and there's like, it's not that bad a percentage, but there's the fact that they have so much money, they just got to hit you once. When you're down, you're always trying to get up. So when they hit you when you're down, you're out. Okay, they're never out. They can keep going. They know when you're winning, you got the dopamine going, you're eventually going to get hit. And on my last video, so much hate with the bankroll management, but when you really realize your edge and that percentage, that you're going to win after you're playing all these good players, because everybody's obsessed with it just like you are playing poker. You also have the dealer taking their cut, every single rake, it's not a big percentage for you, but it adds up over time. And then you have variance on top of that. So if you really see your edge, even the players that I know, they don't make too much. I do have that 1%, that does make quite a bit of money, or who has taken down a huge tournament for 400 or 500K or more. I do have a couple friends like that, but that percentage is hard to chase, and there's still tons of swings. Is it worth it? I don't know. Ask them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to share this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, but really share this with somebody who needs it.